In this phase, we will learn how to use the indicators as and like. We generally use like as to make comparisons. Nevertheless, there are differences in use and meaning between them. Example. He plays like a professional. He's not a professional, but he acts like one. He plays as a professional, he is a professional. She works as a nurse. Affirmative construction. You talk like a lawyer. I talk to you as your boss. Remember, as and like are indicators that you use before an object. It's like a championship boxing match. The person working as a ticket scalper. As can be used before a construction. Example. Nobody sings as she does. Do it as I taught you. You can also use the as if combination before a complementary construction to express similarity between two ideas. Example, you look as if you were sick. We say as usual, not like always. Example, he arrived late as usual. Affirmative construction. People use the internet as a tool to research about the prices of products before hitting the stores. You should act like a negotiator when you're trying to bargain. Negative construction. People ought not to talk as if they were arguing with the salesperson while they are bargaining. Interrogative construction. Simple question. Do you have to see the process of bargaining like a war? No, I don't have to see this process like a war. Interrogative construction, expansion question. Then, how do you have to see the process of bargaining? I have to see this process like a game that people like to play. Interrogative construction. General question. What would you do if you saw a flaw in the item you would like to buy? If I saw a flaw, I would use it as a way to lower the asking price of the item. When it happens, it's like a championship boxing match or like a duel between two contenders. Neither one wants to back down because taking a step back could be a sign of weakness. This is the way many people see the art of bargaining. From the person working as a ticket scalper outside a theater or stadium, to a Wall Street hotshot inside an expensive and elegant office. Bargaining has always been a challenge for both sides. Sellers, for example, usually try to get as much money as they can from a product. And buyers try to pay as less as possible to get an item that they think is more expensive than its real price. There shouldn't be any resentment between both sides because it should all be done in good spirit and fun. That's the way it has always been, and that's the way it will always be. Since the purchasers feel as if they are always at a disadvantage because they don't know the real specific cost of the object that they want to buy, we will try to offer a few tips for them. Number 1, do not take the negotiation personally. Remember that you're not in the middle of a war. It's just like a game that people play. But remember that for the salespeople, it does represent their livelihood. Number 2, always start with a low offer. Vendors will never sell an object for the price you really want. So start by offering the lowest price and take it from there. Number 3. Try to parlay quantity prices when you are sure that you want to buy more than one of them. Always try to take advantage of that and encourage the vendors into lowering their prices by letting them know that you would buy more quantity if the price comes down. If you have followed these tips, you might improve your bargaining skills, and by the time you go to the market, a store or a shop, you will see this process as what it really is, a game. New words and elements. Listen to the words and their respective definitions in order to know their meaning. Then, listen to the words again and repeat them. Objects. The championship. A series of competitions or contests to determine a champion. The championship. The match. A game or contest in which two or more contestants or teams oppose each other. The match. The duel. Any combat or fight between two persons or parties. The duel. The contender. Someone who competes with other people to try to win something. The contender. The step. The act of lifting one foot and putting it down on a different part of the ground, such as when you walk or run. The step. The weakness. When someone or something is not strong or powerful. The weakness. The scalper. Person who resells tickets, merchandise, etc. at higher prices than the official ones. The scalper. The hotshot. An impressively successful or skillful and often vain person. The hotshot. The challenge. A situation or competition that needs great mental or physical effort. The challenge. The resentment. Indignation felt as a result of a real or imagined act. The resentment. The spirit. Excellent disposition or attitude in terms of intent. The spirit. The fun. Something that provides enjoyment. The fun. The purchaser. A person who buys something. The purchaser. The disadvantage. An unfavorable condition or circumstance. The disadvantage. The war. A conflict, any situation in which there is fierce competition between opposing sides. The war. The quantity. A particular or indefinite amount of anything. The quantity. The skills. Abilities for something. The skills. Action words. To lower. To reduce in amount as in the price of something. To lower. To improve. To make things better. To improve. To parlay. To maneuver money in a transaction to achieve great advantage. They parlayed a small inheritance into a vast fortune. To parlay. Two-part action word. To back down. To abandon an argument or opinion. To back down. Object of action. Bargaining. To negotiate the terms of an agreement as to sell or exchange an object or merchandise. Bargaining. Qualifier. Low. Of small number, amount, degree. Low. Bargaining like a real shopper. Now practice the is and like with the following conversation. I heard that people can bargain whenever they go shopping in other countries, as if they were in the flea market of their own country. Is that true? Well, you don't have to bargain when you go to a department store or a supermarket, but in most other places you can try to get a better price. I know how to bargain because I used to work as a horse trader. We rarely do that in the States. I'm not really sure how to do it. Could you give me some pointers so I can bargain like a real shopper? Sure, it's easy. Anybody can do it like me. As a bargain hunter, the first thing you must do is some research. Ask around and find out what a fair price is for what you want to buy. When you know what a normal price is, you are ready to bargain. That makes sense. If I don't know what a fair price is, the person working as a seller can ask for any price and I would probably pay it. So now I'm ready to go to a market. What's next? First, ask how much something is. If the price is much higher than you're willing to pay, say so. Then you ask for a lower price. You should offer less than what you really want to pay, but talk to and treat the salesperson like a friend. That is speaking as we're doing right now and thus bargaining up to my price, right? Then the seller will make a counteroffer. If you think it's still too high and the seller refuses to go any lower, just try walking away as a strategy. If the seller is really able to meet your price, he or she will call you back. In that case, don't give in. Keep trying to get your price like a negotiator. Wait, what if the seller doesn't call me back, as you say? You can always try again at the next store. If the seller's last price is not too high, you might accept it. Just be sure you don't pay too much. Don't show them any credit card or you will come across as a cheapskate. Take only cash. That seems pretty easy. Bargaining sounds like a lot of fun. It is. It is just like with learning a language. You'll get better at it the more you practice.